LPT stock, worthless, worth $0. But why is this still important? It's actually super important that it's worth $0 because it's pre-IPO. I'm going to break down everything you need to know about LPT stock, what pre-IPO means if you're unfamiliar, why it might be extremely important for you and your business, and how it's all issued at LPT. Here's everything you need to know about LPT stock. So let's talk pre-IPO. What does that really mean? It's pre-initial public offering, meaning it's not being traded on the stock market as a privately held company. Now they can still issue shares, and they do, and I'll break down how they do that in just a second, but you can get shares there. Now what you do is you wait for the company to go public, and that's a really important thing, is that when you hold shares in a privately held company, but then it goes public, then all your stock is given a dollar value. And so because of that, a lot of people are really excited. I mean, think about it. You're an early adopter. You have an early stake in what is currently the fastest growing brokerage in US history. So that's an important thing to think about. I've had lots of friends who were pre-IPO and other companies. Imagine buying stock in Facebook before it went public. Think about things like that. Now, I'm not comparing LPT to Facebook, but I am saying pre-IPO, before it's offered to the public, is a big deal in a lot of cases. Now, you also have the increased potential for high returns because during the IPO process, values can jump pretty high depending on what the company's performance looks like. And so I'm not a representative of LPT corporate by any means, but what I can say is that if they go public in 2025, looking at some of the numbers that they're putting out right now, it should be a pretty lucrative offer. This is not investment advice. Go talk to somebody else about that. I'm just telling you my personal opinion, and take it for what it's worth. Now, the other thing that I really like about pre-IPO and just stock awards in general is that there's always alignment. There's extreme alignment there because now I have ownership in a company and I want to see it succeed at all levels. I don't just care about my transactions or about the transactions of the agents on my team, but I actually want to see other people win. People inside my group, inside my organization, or people I've never met before. I want to see them win because we're all contributing to the same bottom line, and that makes the company more profitable, more sustainable, and as a shareholder in that company, it's a win-win for me. Now, beyond just selling real estate, having ownership in the company and having the alignment of incentives is amazing. Also, there's opportunity to build massive wealth. I personally have a friend who was early in on another cloud-based brokerage that offered stock awards, who sold a portion of his stock and bought a $3 million house out in San Diego, just from stock sales. So this isn't something where I'm like, oh, this is this big pipe dream. I have a buddy who actually did it. So don't get confused about it. I'm not saying you will get rich, but what I am saying is pre-IPO in a cloud-based real estate brokerage that is showing momentum like LPT is showing, I'd put good money on that. As a matter of fact, I'm putting my entire career on that. Now, this is a benefit that might not always exist, right? Pre-IPO is just that, pre. Once it's publicly offered, that's a whole different story. So that's a really important thing to think about, what the timing looks like. Now, right now, according to what I've heard, again, not a representative of LPT corporate, but sometime in 2025 is when they're expected to go public. I do know that they were meeting with the team that's planning on taking them public recently. So who knows what comes out of that? We'll probably get some more clarity in the next coming weeks. Now, the other thing you got to think about is if you're going to invest money and you're going to own stock in a company, a real estate company, a company that you happen to work for, well, that's one thing because you can purchase shares of that. But if it's part of the compensation, if you're awarded the way that I'm about to describe, well, that lowers your risk for getting into the market because you're not necessarily risking your capital that you've earned, have to pay taxes on, and then go out and invest, right? So that's a really interesting thing that sometimes people kind of don't consider. I'll be honest, I didn't consider it back in the day. Coming up first is white badge. So every single year on your first transaction of the year, you are issued stock. Now, if you're on the business builder plan, which remember, there are two different compensation plans inside of LPT. There's the business builder, which is $500 flat fee, capped at $5,000 annually. And there's also the brokerage partner, also commonly referred to as the rev share partner, and that is an 80-20 split capped at $15,000 for the year. And one of the big reasons there is a difference is what I'm going to break down for you here. So on white badge, on your first transaction of the year at LPT, you earn your white badge. And if you are a business builder, you are issued 50 shares from the company. If you are a brokerage partner or rev share partner, you're issued 100 shares. So you get double the amount of shares. Next up, we have silver badge. Now, silver badge is achieved on your third transaction of the year. And again, business builder, you're issued 50 shares. Rev share or brokerage partner, you're issued 100 shares again. Now level up on your 15th transaction of the year, and this happens each and every year that you accomplish these things, that you hit these milestones. You earn your gold badge. Now, as a business builder, you get 400 shares when you're at gold badge. That's way bigger than the 50 shares. Now, the cool thing about this is these things add up. It's not like you just get the 400 once you hit 15. No, you get 50 on your first, 50 on your third, 400 on your 15th. So total as a business builder, you're getting 500 shares if you're selling at least 15 homes. Now on the brokerage partner, that's similar, but you're going to get again double. So you're getting 100 shares on your first transaction, 100 additional shares on your third transaction, and 800 on your 15th transaction. So that's a total of 1,000 shares that you're getting right there each year where you sell 15 homes. Now, for brokerage partners, again, also referred to as revenue share partners, they also have an additional badge that can be unlocked. And that badge is the black badge. And that comes on your 35th transaction of the year. And what you get there is 2,000 shares. So if you're an agent who chooses to be on the brokerage partner or rev share partner program, you're going to get 100 shares on your first transaction, another 100 shares on your third transaction, 800 more shares on your 15th transaction, and 2,000 additional shares on your 35th transaction, totaling 3,000 shares for the year. So that's amazing because 3,000 shares for the year, these things, again, it's not a dollar amount, it's the amount of shares. So if we go public and they're $10 a share, you can do the math, $20 a share, you can do the math. And so you just want to take a look at what that looks like for you in your business, but it's amazing that you can get so many shares for doing what you already do. Now there's actually another way you can earn shares, and that's by sponsoring in agents. Whenever you attract another agent to the LPT model, you expose them to it, you tell them how great it is, you book a meeting, maybe you connect them with the person that brought you into LPT. Well, what happens is every time somebody names you as their sponsor directly, you are actually given on the business builder plan 60 additional shares. On the brokerage partner plan, again, it's similar to the other ones, which is double, so it's 120 shares. So in this scenario where maybe I'm a business builder and I sell my 15 homes and recruit, I don't know, 3 agents because I'm really excited about the brokerage. They're looking for a place where there's no monthly fees, no sign-up fee, free marketing tools, and a flat $500 per transaction capped at 5,000 model. Well, great. Maybe I bring them in. So I'm going to get my 500 shares from selling my 15 homes. In addition to that, I'm going to get an extra 180 shares, so 680 shares for that year. That's pretty darn amazing considering that there's not that many companies out there offering all of this in one amazing package. Now, using kind of the same logic, let's say I have a team or something like that, or I'm a solo agent who sells 30, 40, 50 homes. Okay, that year I've made 3,000 from my sales all the way up to 35 homes, right? I've earned 3,000 shares. And maybe I sponsored in 4 or 5 agents because I brought people into my team. Great, I'm going to get 120 shares per person. So in that scenario where I got, I don't know, 3 people to join my team this year and I sold the 35 homes, what that looks like is the 3,000 plus the 360. So now we're looking at 3,360 shares. That's pretty massive for a pre-IPO company. So there you have it. That is the breakdown for LPT stock. Technically, those shares are not worth anything yet, but once we go public, it could be pretty massive. So what that means also is it's time to activate. It's time to figure out if LPT is going to be the right fit for you. Now, I don't think stock awards in and of themselves should be a reason to join a company. I do believe, though, that if the model makes a lot of sense, plus these amazing benefits, it's something worth considering. Because here's the thing, stock awards and these numbers, how many shares can be offered at what level and all these things, those things are subject to change. And I would imagine, and they haven't made any announcements about this yet, but being smart and kind of paying attention, you notice those awards tend to drop in any given company. And so if there's a scenario where those 3,360 or whatever number we just came up with actually end up becoming 2,500, well, I'd like to be a person who signed up under the structure where it's the larger allotment or the larger award of stock. So if I can encourage you for anything, it's explore the opportunity. There's actually a link in the description to this video below where you can learn more about that, because you can book one-on-one time with me. We'll sit down, we'll take a quick look at your business, see if LPT is going to be the right fit, and then put together a plan where you can capitalize on all the amazing features that they have. Things like reinvesting back into your business, using free marketing tools, making sure you're building up your business the right way, taking advantage of stock options and revenue share. All these things, we put together a comprehensive plan for you. So make sure you click that link below. Also, do not forget, subscribe to this channel, share it, because this is an amazing network. We're always spreading great information about LPT. In addition to that, we help real estate agents with just great advice. We have plenty of videos on how to convert buyers, how to take listings, crafting your perfect sales pitch, how to pick a brokerage, all these things. So make sure you subscribe to this channel for the latest information on all things real estate and all things LPT. Like and share this video. And until next time, happy selling.